Whoa, hold on a second. Yep. Hold on. You kill the sound. Oh, I got Cody. Here we go. Alright, hold on, you guys. There we go. Alright. We got feedback, man. Alright, let's see. I'm live right now, bro.
Oh, so we're on.
We're on. We are not messing around.
I thought this was a test.
No, dude, I'm legit live. Turn your volume down just a scotch so we're not getting feedback.
Better?
Oh yeah, a lot better. Can you still hear me?
Yeah.
Alright, I'm still getting feedback, whatever.
I don't know what the hell's going on and how this works.
Alright. we're totally
so what's going on?
Flying on the cuff.
What do we got going on this week?
Not a whole lot, man. My guest, his computer wasn't working. So, yeah. So, yeah, we're flying by the seat of our pants here.
So let's talk. Let's talk. What's coming up? What do we got going on? Let's talk. Let's talk IFMIS.
Yeah, IFMIS. I'm looking forward to that.
Comanche.
It's really weird. I hear my voice coming back through, and then with the delay.
Yeah, I don't have any headphones with the mic. Regular headphones might work. Let me grab them.
Let's see. Let me see if I can find where I posted this here.
That's what happens when you just message me and say, "Hey, answer that."
Yeah, we gotta thank Cody. He tuned in like really fast and
don't mind the SpongeBob in the background.
Yeah, it's all good. Yeah, I figured I had to at least go live. We hadn't been live for like 2 weeks, so I wanted to at least do something. Even if I was in here just showing how to tie some knots and how to set a baitcaster. I mean, I don't really know.
Is that better?
Yeah, I can hear. Can you hear me?
I got you too.
Yeah. All right, perfect. All right. Yeah, so we get to see up your nose and everything. We love it.
Perfect.
Thank you for tuning in, everybody. I apologize that I had such a long time and I didn't post anything saying we were going to go live, but I had to do something, and I literally sent Cody a message like 3 minutes ago, and he said he'd come on. So, and I'm glad that Google Hangout looks like Google Hangouts might be the jam, dude.
You didn't even ask me if I was going to come on. You just said, "Do you have Google Hangouts?" And then it started ringing.
What up?
So no, that's good. Yeah, let's get some content in here.
All
like
right.
I was saying, we could talk about IFMIS, and you just hit Comanche. You seem like you got onto a bite out there.
It's nothing consistent. It was actually
a catfish bite.
Yeah, that was a big catfish, dude. Man,
that was a big catfish.
It took me like 5 minutes to get that puppy in, and my rod was doubled over, and I'd get it where I could see the knot for my leader, and then it dived back down again.
Was that on your spin gear?
Yeah, it was on spinning gear, dude. Yeah, 15-pound braid to 6-pound fluorocarbon. And my knot held up real good, and I caught it on something I never would have thought. And but I did catch I did catch a good sized fish on that as well. But I don't want to talk about it just yet. I don't want to let the cat out of the bag.
Yeah, I'm sure you don't. All right. Yeah. Well, tell me your exact lures you're using, and everybody would like to know maybe some coordinates or something.
Yeah, I tried that Ned rig, man, and the Roboworm. It works pretty good.
Nice. I'm not a Ned guy. I tried a little bit last year, and it just wasn't.
Yeah, I'm not a super big fan of it either, but I'm willing to give it a try. I know a lot of guys out there throw it, so I was like, hell, let's bite the bullet and do it.
Yeah, I'm gonna do it. I gotta lighten up. A lot of my spin gear is set up for the Delta, so it's finesse, but it's not really finesse. It's not a leg finesse. You need to get all that stuff rigged up and drop everything down a couple notches and try it that way.
Let's see. Wow, we got a lot of people that did tune in. Yeah. So I'm excited. I'm excited. Cody joined us. He didn't have to, but he did.
Woo-hoo.
But he did. I'm gonna see if I can adjust this window here a little bit. I wonder how it'll affect things. Let's see. So I'm gonna take this window and I'm going to. Whoa! Look at that. If I do it wide enough. Look at this. Now look at that. Now Cody, right there. Cool. Now you don't see me anymore. Now let's change it over.
Good.
Cool. Now we're live. Well, so what have you been up to, man? How you got out in the water at all?
No, haven't been fishing. I fished heavy before Tower Park, and then did the Tower tournament, and then didn't pre-fish for any of Sugar, and then haven't fished since Sugar. So I'm due. I need to get out this weekend, hopefully.
All right, so you can try to pre-fish for Infamous a little bit?
I'd like to, but I doubt it. I doubt I'll be able to get all the way out there. I'll probably just hit somewhere close this weekend if I can, and then I'm still not sure if I'm going to make it, but I'm going to try.
Oh, you don't know if you can make it to Infamous? You got family plans?
No, not necessarily. I just working around schedules and stuff to do around here and blah, 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 blah.
Yeah, you got to make up for the 8 months of fishing?
Yeah.
Yeah. The honey-do list has grown.
Yeah, just the month of the Tower Park tournament, that was like the heaviest I fished that month. I'm a weekend guy, and I must have fished 8 or 9 days that month, including the tournament.
Wow. So,
yeah. But that was a good time. So, things up around here, you know how the old house thing goes, or the adulting part of it. We got to get a little bit of that in here and there.
Yeah. All right. So I'm gonna ask you a question. What do you look forward to the most in this off season?
The off season, you know what I really want to do? I really want to get a hud fish this winter. Just started to get interested in big baits just these last few months. I'd like to get a hud fish this winter, most definitely. Probably number one priority.
Number one priority. Did you ever see my my huds that I got?
See them, Wes. Show me all your huds.
Ooh, look at that hud. And then, so if you didn't know, you take a razor blade,
yeah,
and slit.
The gill mod.
Yeah, it's a gill mod. Yeah, and then you just take a red pipe cleaner, you shove it up in there, and super glue.
Right.
So
did you do the side fins? I forget what they're called. The side fins. You cut them with the blade, open them up.
I don't know you can do that. See, I only learned this, or technically I got this from my coworker. He isn't bass fishing anymore, so he gave them to me on the cheap. So
yeah, that's the same pattern I'm going to be throwing too.
Yeah.
Hopefully these big bass and these reservoirs will be chasing a stupid stalker trout because they just swim around like idiots.
Shane says he'll give you a hug.
Hopefully.
He says he'll give you a hug fish.
Yeah,
he can
give me a mouth hug.
All right. So
I'd like to throw some big baits this winter. Try to trick a big one. It's been so long since I've even got close to my PB. It was like 7 and some change. I honestly don't even remember. That's how long ago it was.
Shoot, man, you can catch plenty of 4+ pound largemouth chucking those.
Yeah.
I'd like to get a hud fish. I haven't. To be honest, I've never got a hudfish. I've got swimbait fish, but I've never got a hudfish.
Yeah, me neither. I've caught some swimbait fish, but they've been on smaller 5-6 inch baits.
Yep, same here.
So that's a priority this winter. Hopefully we can get some of that dialed in. I'd like to beat my PB striper too, which is 30 inches. So
totally doable, man. They are running for those of you who are striper guys.
Yeah, definitely they're in here. There's been a lot of about the big girls coming in. So
I want to say this. When I caught that catfish, I didn't tell everybody, but I caught that catfish, and I actually, when I got it on the boat, I was surprised at how warm it was. It was actually warmer than surface temp. So that tells you, at least let me know that the water's definitely a lot warmer down near the bottom. I think it was like 30-something feet of water. I caught that catfish.
Yeah, it's probably getting ready to turn over.
So I was truly surprised at how warm that water was, or how warm it was, anyways. What's up, John?
That's another thing.
John
work on too. What's up, John? And we'll get some deep water fishing. We get so focused on the delta out here, and deep water in the delta is like 12 feet. So.
Yeah, that's what I like about the lakes, man. I go to lakes and I feel comfortable. Even if I'm sucking on the lake, I feel like I can grind it out because I understand how to find them. On the delta,
right?
It's like everything looks so good, and you go out there and I can't find them, and I'm like, I don't know what to do.
Yeah.
I just want to pack up and go home. What's took the cat's temperature? Yeah, that's what I do, Adam.
Gave it the old rectal exam.
Yeah, actually, it was pooping something out. Got a little bit on my kayak. That wasn't fun. So,
nice.
But yeah, it's time to clean my kayak. So if anybody's interested, there will be a Hobie Pro Angler 14 up here for sale in like a matter of like 2 or 3 weeks.
That soon?
Yeah, I got it. I'm gonna change the masts in the fins on my drive, and then change the crushed handle on the back, and I'm gonna call it good.
Yeah, right on. Right on. I'm sure there'll be plenty of interest.
Yeah. Hopefully. Surprisingly, man, look at you. You just bring all the boys to the yard, man. Look, 27 people watching.
That's what happens, Sometimes you got to get the 5th place winner in here to really get people riled up,
Yeah, Cody's bringing it. So, Dwayne.
That was really So, what do you think as far as our local club, as far as Yakabats, how the direction we're going? You excited for next season?
Oh, dude, absolutely. I like the fact that James is going to let us use the KBF stuff for doubling down. So if we place in the KBF, it'll count as AOTY points, and I think that's the way it should be, and I think that's a great option. I'm looking forward to the fact that we'll have actual event permits, so we'll be fishing. We all pay $35. I did the math. It's like we'll have a prize pool of like $2,500, full $2,500. We won't be fishing. We won't be fishing for like 40% of our money like we did this year, which would be pretty cool. Granted, we all got stuff to raffle off in the end, but
it's grown so much this last. It's grown so much this last season. It's going to be exciting to see.
I think we averaged
where it goes from here.
37 last year at each event, something like that. Between like 35 and somewhere between 35 and 37, something like that. And then we jumped all the way we held 50 all year, and we had, half dozen or plus guys that were wanting to, join. And then I imagine next year, if the growth is still the same, I imagine we'll grow another 15 to 20 guys and be holding steady probably between 60 and 70 at each event.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I would think, you want one of those, Bo? I would think that next year we could probably average between 60 and 70, no problem.
I don't think it'll be a problem at all. Here, let me see if I can edit this and tag you real quick.
But and there's a lot of new guys. I've only been in this for a couple of years, but I already feel like one of the old guys. And there's a lot of new guys and a lot of great anglers and a lot of good competition, and I think it's only going to get better. I think next year or the next national championship, California is probably going to send out 40 guys, I think, because it's starting to get more serious now. And I think this year just from our club, we've got between 15 and 20, I think. Doesn't fish our trail.
Yeah, it's pretty cool that we have 15 guys. You see, like the MSKA or whatever, those guys have like 60 some odd dudes going out to the national championship.
Yeah.
So that's pretty cool. Oh, somebody's calling you.
And their state is so small. They're just tiny little state. What is that, West Virginia or something like that over there?
West Virginia.
Yeah, they're sending so many guys out there. Their participants are so high.
Yeah, Shane's being Shane's being a smart ass. What else is new? Let's see. Hey, Dwayne asks, so why you guys only have 50 anglers? Asking for a friend. Yeah.
Oh, tell him, Wes.
no, that's all right.
Wes,
He's baiting me. He's baiting me. Watch out, guys. I got a new PA-14. All right. Bring it, John.
Remember, John, that PA stands for Pro Angler. Just giving shit.
Let's see. When are we having a full-blown ship episode? I don't know, man. If you guys want to tune in, should I send you the link? Have to split you guys 4 ways on in Cody's window. It'd be kind of hard to keep up conversation.
We can split them 4 ways. Yeah, so we've got 7 guys, I think, and a couple wives and stuff that are going out to Kentucky with us in March. Plus some guys from Georgia, Delaware, Maryland, Tennessee, East Coast states. Or nobody gives a shit about those.
People are making fun of your video skills.
Yeah?
Because it's moving around and up your nose.
I'm standing in the kitchen I had to go get headphones. Like I said, Wes didn't even say, hey, I'm going to put you on the show. He just said, hey, you have this Google Hangout? It's action-packed over here.
Yeah.
No, next time we get on, I'll get a little set up in the corner, and we'll do it right.
Right on.
But for now, deal with it.
Yeah. Suck it up. So, what else can we talk about? Anybody else got anything? Any questions to ask? Yeah, the road trip. Yeah, we still got to figure out how the heck we're going to get out there because our van fell through. We think we still have the trailer, if I'm not mistaken. But we've already got our place paid for.
Ready to rock.
Yeah, was she found
transportation?
Airbnbs.
Transportation. Yeah.
Uh-oh. Coda's losing connection. Or am I losing connection? Somebody else trying to connect to my internet, maybe? Let's see.
Can I pause mine? I keep getting a call.
Yep, it's you. I was like, what's going on here? Say, do not disturb. Is it your mother?
Yeah.
Hold on.
No, it's not mother. Hold on 1 second.
Oh, he's texting. That's how you know he's texting because he turned his phone vertical. Let's see. Check all these questions here. All right. Well, hey, let's talk about some off-season kind of stuff. Tackle prep, tackle organization. As you can see, I got my terminal tackle and my reaction. Here we see. We turn it this way a little bit. Whoa. See, I got some of it done. I still got a lot of it left, but I got my soft plastics organized. Terminal tackle. I'm gonna go through all my cranks and put them in a box all nicely, so that way I don't have to. I'm tired of carrying more stuff than I know I'm ever gonna use in a day. So I'm trying to figure out a way to condense it down and make it easier to pull stuff out and put stuff away. What's the other thing? Oh, do you plan on doing any of that, Cody? Oh, we lost him.
Yeah.
Oh, we lost your video.
Yeah, we're gonna. I was just going through some stuff the other day. Actually, I was kind of putting the winter baits and everything in the box, getting it all packed up. Mostly big baits, man. I was kind of stoked on dragging some some HUDs and stuff this winter, and then I really want to work on some finesse stuff that I'm not usually comfortable throwing. The light tackle, I don't want to get used to throwing it all the time, but I do want to get comfortable using it, so that way, if the time comes, I'm not completely in the dark.
Like
and then
it's your finesse fishing for me is like the in case of emergency break the glass kind of thing.
right. And before for me it was the Cinco, and I threw the Cinco a lot my first season, and I caught tons of fish on it, lakes and Delta and wherever. It just seemed like it was the sure thing. And this season, I really barely threw it at all. It was every once in a while when I was needed a little pick me up and catch a couple fish and get back to more power fishing. A lot of stuff that I didn't do the year before, and I quit doing some stuff that I did the year before. So, kind of rounding out the toolbox and going from there. This winter, it's going to be I need to focus more on lakes, doing some offshore stuff, looking for rock pilings, different things, ledges, slopes, all the different underwater stuff that's you don't just throw at the tree,
Yeah, that's definitely the hard thing about fishing the Delta. Everything on the Delta looks like structure. Pretty much is. There could be a fish on any cast, and definitely there's spots that are better than others. But you can't really tell a lot of times. You just going down the bank and this all looks the same. Obviously, you'd have to. You guys who know the best spots have been out there fishing forever, so they know kind of how to eliminate water. But for those of us who aren't experts out there on the Delta, it all looks like something you want to throw to.
Yeah, and I think navionics too is another thing I'm going to work on the off season is just being able to read the topography a little better and kind of dialing in things that narrow down, space to fish instead of just going out and figuring it out as you pedal by.
So you're saying maybe some more pregame in at home kind of research?
Yeah, the finding structure or different things on the navionics or online, and then going and waypoints and figuring out how to utilize the fish finder and the pregame stuff a little more. Because a lot of the fishing is winging it. You get a game plan together, and you kind of just you plan on doing it, and then by the time you get out there, you're just like, this is what I'm gonna do.
So yeah, you start following your gut, or you start to overthink.
Sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. So you gotta another thing, just rounding out the toolbox, being able to utilize different things in the arsenal. Not always lures or rods or line or anything. It's also your electronics and your research and everything else.
Shane asks, what does your winter fishing look like on the Delta? Winter fishing on the Delta is like fishing chocolate milk. Literally, that water turns dirt so brown and so dirty, it literally starts looking like chocolate milk. And those fish get super pale, and they hunker down. And you can catch them really good fish, but it's definitely really tough. And there's so much current flowing and water moving through the Delta system. It's a lot of guys just kind of bail in the Delta. You bail in the Delta altogether.
This time of year right now is usually pretty nice too, because it's you're starting to get that transition, but you don't quite have the flow, the runoff, and everything. So the water's still got some nice clarity to it, and they're starting to feed heavy. But as soon as it gets dead of winter, it's into a nightmare. You can still find good fish. It's just a lot more work.
Yep.
This last winter we had was extremely wet. It's the wettest winter we've had in probably a decade. So the Delta,
over a decade.
Yeah, the springtime here in the Delta this year was really weird. It wasn't the Delta that everybody knew and loved. It was a whole new beast. So hopefully everything's kind of going to be adapted to the new flows and the waterways and everything, and kind of go from there. We can get some more water in this place because we need it.
The guys are talking trash to each other. And he told Abel to shut up and go clean his propeller or something. Let's see.
Slayer haters.
Don't hate the Slayer.
Don't hate the Slayer. Hate the game. Don't try to steal my tagline, Wes. All right?
Yeah. That's the most you've ever been on a tree. What's the most stuck I've ever been on a tree? Yeah. If you don't know, most stuck I've ever been on a tree so much that I flipped my Hobie. Let's see. Best airlift straps to carry on the yak. Let's see.
the best way to get off a tree is to carry a big rock in your hatch of your kayak, a big, really heavy rock. And if you get stuck on a tree, you put the big, heavy rock inside your PFD, zip it up real tight, and just dive off the kayak and wait till you hit the bottom and take a deep breath.
Let's see. What's your go-to Cinco? I must ask, what's your go-to Cinco between?
So threw a ton of Cincos, and I really a green pumpkin with a blue flake.
The blue flake.
It's always going to be a green. Yeah, it's always going to be a green pumpkin. The blue flake is what produced most for me, and sometimes I would go with a little bit darker one. I forget the numbers or the colors, but it's more of like a motor oil with a red flake, like a cinnamon almost. And it was just between those two, a little bit lighter and a little bit darker. But nothing, I never went anything crazy, no whites or no chartreuses or nothing like that. And it's always a 6-inch. 5-inch don't do nothing for me, baby.
These comments are alone are entertaining. Yeah. I didn't stick it to a tree. I backed into a tree. Cody's a witness. You want to tell them the story,
Yeah.
Cody?
Yeah, it was after a tournament. Here we go. So we stopped at Headwaters, and we were taking off. We were leaving Headwaters, and have you been there? But instead of going out the normal driveway, Wes went around the building to go out the other driveway, and there was a car parked behind the building, so he couldn't get around to swing the truck around and back out and turn around. He gave it one good smash on the gas, and there was a tree there next to the curb that we didn't see, or he didn't see. And boom! Boom! Like, what the hell was that? And then he was like, oh my God. And when he said that, I was like, oh my God. In the back of his truck. So we both get out and run to the back. And thank God took all of it. And mine was just laying next to it all perfectly fine. And I was like, I'm sorry, Wes, but thank goodness. I felt terrible. But it happens. Now every time I back out of anywhere with my kayak in there, I like get out and I look. I like take the tape measure and measure it. I'm like, all right, I got this much clearance. It's good. I'll check the sunroof and the visor and all the mirrors and everything. And then measure again. But anyways, it still works. Wes still catches fish on that thing.
It still works.
Doesn't take on water.
It's got a big dent on the side, but it doesn't affect its fishability.
Right.
Let's see.
Just like me.
Let's see. Go to Snegasali. 7-inch bubblegum Cincos all day. What's a Cingo? Drop shot or Damiki? Oh, that's actually a good question. I actually tried the Damiki for the first time a couple weeks ago. Never tried it before on a little round head and a fluke junior. And I caught a good fish. But the thing is, I caught a good fish first thing in the morning, and it led me to believe maybe that might be the thing to do, and I spent too much time throwing the damn thing.
Yeah, you get stuck throwing it. But, I mean, it builds confidence.
Have you thrown a Damiki rig?
A Damiki, no.
Do you know what it is?
I was, kind of. I started to look at it the other day and got sidetracked.
Hey, let me see if I can find one real quick. Do I have one?
What I do want to throw, though, is the Nico rig.
Nico rig? Yeah, I've done that before.
Got some Nico weights, and but I was goofing around with it, and I did it with a fluke, so instead of a worm, and it's got some really interesting action. I think it'll really produce because the fluke falls, tail stands up and shakes for a minute. Eventually, it falls over, but if you pop it or drag it real slow, it keeps the head on the tail working.
I like that. That's pretty clever.
Yeah, it's pretty interesting. I was impressed with it. It's another finesse thing that I'm like, oh shit, I don't really want to do this, but practice all this stuff just in case. It'd probably be a really good bed fishing technique because of the way the fluke looks like it's down there.
I bet that would work better with like a Magnum fluke or something.
Yeah, maybe. You could always up the size on everything.
I like that. It's a pretty good idea. Yeah, For me, Shane, I think the drop shot, even though I don't think I've thrown it hardly at all this year, to be honest. Let's see. Peeker go home, Red Rocket, SE, P13. Fluke Master backed into my truck with his big rig, says Shane. Good job. Yeah, custom 13, PA 13 and a half, that's what I've got. Get over, see. Kayaking for bass is the best. I agree. Yakman O&T. Now that I got my PA14, my bass boat is getting dusty.
Good.
Here in Canada, and winter is on its way. Yeah, it is on its way.
Yeah, those north winters, I don't know how they deal with it. Hard water, my friend.
Yeah, it's hard to paddle your kayak or drive your boat on hard water.
Yeah.
But you can drive your truck on it and drill a big hole.
Yeah, I don't know about that either.
I don't know. And the thing is, the really funny thing is they drill a big hole and then they set fire on top of the ice.
Start a fire.
Good thing heat rises.
Yeah. That's pretty crazy.
No, I'm cool off that. So, yeah, man. I figured we had to go live. Anybody want to ask any more questions to talk a little bit more? Should we keep shooting the proverbial? So y'all need a ride to this ship 18? Yeah, we need a ride. We need a van. We're trying to figure out whether we want to... who was it? Mike...
Anybody got a bus we can borrow?
Yeah, a bus. Yeah, Mike was offering to help us use his hookup to Enterprise through work at the Dodge dealership. Maybe we could rent a van. The only thing is finding one that has a hitch on it.
Yeah. Yep. Have to find a big van with a big hitch because we're bringing a lot of stuff.
A lot of stuff. I mean, figure a 12-passenger van at 6 guys, so each guy gets they take up one seat with his crap.
Yeah. Good luck getting 10 rods and like 36 planos and everything else and PFDs and all that shit next to me. So
yeah,
it's gonna be tricky, but we'll make it work.
Yeah, Shane says he'll hit a band for us. Thanks, Shane. Appreciate that. Good looking out.
Yeah, thanks. Yeah, he's the problem solver. You know, he's got all the answers.
Yeah. Is that a cat or is that your kid?
It's a kid. I'm thinking it's a kid. I don't think I have a cat.
I hear a meow.
I shouldn't have a cat. If I have a cat, my dog is slacking.
Yeah, I got a big old hitch on it. Big old hitch. All right, so what else? I'm trying to think of anything good.
Are you going to IFMIS? Are you going to be there?
Yeah, I'm going to IFMIS. I'm supposed to.
Are you camping?
With Adam, we're gonna snuggle.
Yeah, buddy.
It is snuggle. My wife found a coffee cup that said it's snuggle season. I'm like, oh my god.
It is snuggle. Struggle snuggle.
Yeah. Let's see. Favorite small lake. Okay, what constitutes small, John? It's kind of hard to beat Kelsey Bass Ranch, to be honest, if that's considered a small lake.
It is small. It's more of a big pond, I think. But a public one, I would say Salt Springs is a pretty cool little place.
A good place for striper this Friday, the California Delta out by Rio Vista and Sherman Island and Liberty Island and those big water places. That's what I would tell everybody. Yeah. Where the rest of your facial hair at?
Which, mine or yours?
I don't know. I am pretty spotty.
I'm like Joe Dirt. It just naturally grows in all white trashy like this.
125 acres of bass heaven equals KBR. I agree there. I've never actually fished New Hogan. I fished from the bank, but I've never actually. Maybe I need to make a run to New Hogan after Isthmus.
Yeah, I've only been there once, and it was cool. Caught a couple small bass. It was wintertime. It was freezing cold, and
yeah,
it was a cool little lake. This plane kept landing on the lake in the middle of the lake, but I don't know what he was doing, practicing, I guess.
He's trying to get his pilot's license.
I guess he was he was flying around and then landing and then taking off and flying around and landing and taking off. Had to paddle across the lake to get back to the launch.
Well, John, this hat is Only for cool people only.
Mm-hmm.
I got it on eBay. I couldn't find any dealers that had it, so I just got on eBay and looked it up. I knew which one I wanted. I think it's called Flying H or something. I wish they made more flat bills, but whatever. Good, because that's where I was going to try. LB Creek Reservoir is a nice small lake. We're not allowed to talk about that place, Steve. LB Creek. We're not allowed to talk about it. Shh.
Who is the Steve guy bringing this up?
This is Moto Kayak Angler, Steve Nylander.
That's it, Steve. You've said enough.
That place is cool. Delete your comment now.
That is a cool little lake. It's kind of far. It's far even from us. We're in Modesto, and a lot of you guys are more north. And it's a cool little lake. It's kind of a drive, but
you know what else we might consider? Maybe going chuck some big baits. Berryessa.
Never been.
I haven't been either, but I know there's some big old huge fish caught in Berryessa, or maybe one of those like East Bay mud, like little reservoir, hole in the wall, lakes that nobody really.
I was thinking
about.
More like. Speaking of Steve, Mother Low Kayak Angler, we need to get up there in Steve's neck of the woods and Don Pedro, Maloney's, McClure, some of those other ones in that area. It's pretty much our local stuff, but we don't fish it much.
Let's see. Okay, so we had all those comments. All right. Let's see. What do you like to fish for bass? What way? Oh, what way? I like to throw a jig. Because when they hit it hard. Adam says, delete your comment, Steve. and then a spot runner. And then then he says, oops, I meant Lake X. And then Adam tells us all to stop talking.
Disconnect. Terminate.
Abort! Self-destruct. Don Pedro is a good swimming lake for the winter. It is. Truly is. The only thing is it's such a big lake and such big water that if you launch like at Fleming, you have to go clear across the lake to get some of the better spots. I mean, granted, you could fish some of that stuff that's right there, but some of those better spots are up up the Big Creek Arm, and I guess you could do like Blue Oaks.
Blue Oaks is just pretty much Fleming. It's pretty damn close.
It is pretty close. I mean, it's totally doable in the PA, on a pedal drive, but in a paddle kayak might be kind of a pain.
Well, during this drought, Moccasin launch was closed for I don't know how long. So there was the only boat traffic you had back there was from across the entire stretch of the lake to go back there and fish, which I'm sure wasn't many. I think the pressure's been pretty light back there for a while.
Adams is accusing us of treason.
Treason.
And Shane says treason's greetings.
All right, guys, I got to eat some dinner. I'm going to get off here. Thanks for having me, Wes.
All right, man. Talk to you later.
All right, brother. See you guys.
Well, that was fun. I figured out to do something. It's an internormal show. I know that, but it is what it is. I'm glad we got to at least chat for a little bit. Talk with Cody. He was kind of out there. I didn't know if he would even be able to talk, and I was actually thinking about just posting a link to my Google Hangout so everybody can join. But yeah, thanks for joining. I don't really have much else to say, but it is what it is. Next week we're gonna have Matthew Scotch, who was supposed to be the guest tonight, but he had to bail. His computer was giving him trouble, but it's all good. Stuff happens. I'm not angry anyway. I didn't have a whole lot of prep time either to double check, so usually I check the night before with them and see if their stuff is all set up, but I didn't have a whole lot of time. I did go fishing yesterday, which largely played a role in that, but I had to work Sunday, which is unusual for me. I had to cover for a coworker, but it is what it is. We move on. If you guys got anything else good to say, if not, I'm going to go ahead and cut out and go eat dinner myself. I'm getting pretty hungry. Main lake points are accessible from Fleming. Yeah, they're accessible, but if the wind kicks up, granted, usually the wind kicks from the north, it'll blow you back across anyways, but Eastman is a good option. That's actually Eastman might be a better option as it's much more kayak friendly. Granted, if the wind blows through there. Maloney's my favorite wintertime lake. Winter something like PBA. That's actually where I was leaning towards. Maloney's, but I'm definitely game for whatever. Maybe I can get into some swim bait fish. That'd be really cool. All right, well, that's all I have to say. Nothing else. I'm gonna go ahead and cut you guys loose. Have a good evening, and we'll see you next week on Kayak Bass Live. Love, peace, and chicken grease.